Hey everyone, it's Connor back from this old farm, and today we are out here and we're gonna figure out what the heck we were doing last weekend. So I just got up this morning, up to the farm, stayed home last night because there was a birthday celebration going on for friends. So we're up here now again, and now I gotta figure out what the heck I was doing. I see I got the ladder in the way of the stairwell, but I think where we left off last weekend there, I'm gonna try and climb through. I think where we left off last weekend, we were gonna work on making that back wall back there. We got our boards here, of course, and I know I had done the window cutout here, and we were gonna need Rick's help for doing that again. Or again, for doing that, I should say. So, kind of refresher. If you don't remember from the last video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna run the wall on the inside of these posts here, run them up to that wall, and then run another one from the other side over. And then we're going to insulate it with the bat insulation just like we did, you know, everywhere else. So this is our last wall to put up. I don't know if we're going to run, I don't know if any electricity is going to have to be run or not on that wall, because my thought was having the washer and dryer set up. I'm going to get one of them stackable things. Put that there. I'm still kind of sort of trying to figure out the plan in my head. The original drawing, a couple of you guys have asked if there's a drawn out layout. There is, and we've pretty much deviated from that kind of a little bit. There's the rough figuration, whatever you want to call it, is the heck was that? It's still the same, but there's been a little bit of changes and stuff, so it kind of doesn't really pay to show you guys anymore. So that layout, drawing, whatever you want, the plan, whatever you want to call it. So anyways, I'm gonna grab some power tools. I'll probably move that ladder out of the way that's kind of in the way, and I guess we'll get started here, because all of these, I remember I went through and marked all of these out. You can see I got my cut lines and stuff going on. So yeah, I guess we'll go through and take care of cutting them down and then nailing it in the back wall there, and we'll go from there, I guess. So talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, progress update. Not much to update you on, but we got the wall up. Actually, I should say the walls, because we did two separate ones, little one here and big one there. So we got I had to offset this one a little bit. You'll notice down in the corner here that we aren't flush to the edge of the bottom board, but we're flush to the end of the top board because of the ledger board here. So we got her all set up. We had a little oopsie poopsie with the top board. I managed to cut it like 92 1/4, and I needed to cut it 92. So we're in there now. We're all fixed up and up there. Everything's level. So now we're gonna go through, and I just brought up the last 2 rolls of insulation that we got, and I'm gonna start cutting them in. Should have more than enough, because if I remember right, one roll did 5 slots, so that'll do that wall, and then we'll have only 1 and, well, 2 in that one, so there should be quite a bit left over. I don't think we're insulating interior walls. I don't think you do that standard, so we don't have to worry about that. So we should be pretty well good to go. I guess if I end up putting an outlet on that side, I guess it won't be too hard to you know, make that change. As long as we don't put sheetrock up yet, we'll be okay. So I think once we get that wall insulated, then I think we're on to doing the ceiling and the apartment here doing the purlins, I think they're called. So I'm gonna get the installation done, and then I gotta go talk to Rick and see what's next, what's after insulating that. So we'll talk to you guys in a bit. Well, there we go. We're all insulated. Threw a couple of pieces on top. Rick and I had talked about doing that, so to kind of just that added protection. So threw some pieces up there, and probably the light's too bright for you to probably be able to see it, but yeah. So we got some up there, so onto the ceiling, I guess, now. So somebody made an oopsies, not me this time. Water's running. It's full. It may be partially my fault because I distracted Rick, but he turned the water on, came to show me what to do in the apartment, and then went back in the shop and started working. And then he left, and then I was trying to figure out why the hydrant kept running in the shop. Well, or the well, I should say. Well, come to find out it's because the hydrant's still going. So oops. But now we're gonna go back into the apartment. We got figured out what we're gonna do up there, so we'll go back up there, get started on that again. We're working on doing the ceiling now, so once I get up there, I'll try and maybe explain a little bit what we're gonna do, and then I guess we'll talk to you when we talk to you, whenever that is. So it's about 6 o'clock, and I'm giving up on the apartment for the night. It's starting to become one of those nagging projects. I want to get it done. I want to get it to the point, I think I said this last week, I want to get it to the point where I can weekend in it, but it's just becoming one of those nagging projects it gets harder and harder to work on every weekend. But we started in on the ceiling purlins. You can see them up there. That's what these 2x4s here are. That's what's gonna be where our canister lightstone there's in that box are gonna mount to, and also give a screwing place for the drywall to mount to. So we got 2 more to do in this section, and then that'll be done. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more sections between trusses to do yet, and then we'll be done with those, and then we can kind of start in on sheetrocking. Well, not sheetrocking. Once these are in, we can put the canister lights in and then run wiring, and then we can do sheetrocking, and we can do insulating. So anyways, I'm gonna call it a night on that because I'm bored of it. So we in an hour here, we're gonna be doing the live stream. Of course, by the time this comes out, you guys have already been a part of the live stream if you were a part of it. I'm gonna try and get into doing those once a month. Rick's at the pub. He has to work at the pub tonight, so maybe on the pub night, being that I'm not much help at the pub, I'll go through and do my live stream that night. We'll see. But anyways, tomorrow, I think, when we come back to you, I think we're gonna work on that buddy back there. It's supposed to be nice, like 37-ish degrees is the high. So we'll see what we come up with tomorrow. But anyways, that's where we're gonna break off from you tonight. I guess we'll talk to you guys in the morning, and hopefully enjoyed the stream that we do tonight. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the morning. Well, good morning. It's the next day. It's Sunday. It's bright and sunny out. Rick's gone. He's off doing his thing with his daughter, so we're out here on our own today. Last night was the live stream. I went down pretty good. Thank you to those of you that stopped by. I'm gonna try getting into the habit of doing those once a month again. We'll we'll see how well that works out. But we gotta come up here and get Nico out of the pole barn. He was giving us troubles last night, and I just shoved him up in the pole barn and said the heck with it. So I don't know where exactly. There he is. I think we left off with the apartment with the having done the purlins. So yeah, there's where we're at. I'm pretty sure I showed you guys that last night. So we're gonna have to continue on with that, as much as I don't want to. And eventually, maybe about noon, 1 o'clock-ish, we're going to go through and start farting around with the M, because that's supposed to be about when it's nicest out, and start farting around with that, try and get that going. So we'll see what happens there. Hopefully we can get her running and get it out of the way of Rick, because it's bothering me where it's parked at. So I don't like where it's at, and I feel like it's in his way. So anyways, I'm gonna get Nico brought back down to the other barn, the shop, behind the shop, in his dog pen, and I guess we'll talk to you guys in a little bit when we're making progress upstairs there again, I guess. Alright, I figured I'd bring you guys around for an update. So well, we got another, well, almost another set of purlins, and we got 3 more to put in over here. But we got lighting fixtures in place. We're going with canister lighting. We got here's the box here if you need to see, from Menards, 4-inch, new construction canister lights. Connor kind of screwed up. He kind of effed up. Evidently, when you measure 16 on center from this end all the way across to that end, you goof up your centering in between posts, or in between purlins. So I had to modify my whatever you want to call these rails. I'll pull out a new one here for you to look at, just see what I did. So I lost a piece. Uh-oh. Well, that'll work for demonstration purposes. So on this piece that's kind of the slider, I guess, we cut it down to the second hole. I took and found a tin snips out of Mr. Ricky's toolbox. We cut her down to the second hole here, and then over on this end, I took and I just did a rough cut about yay so, and that gave me enough. The problem with it was the way they are now. So you can see it's all together there. The way it is as that, it put that back in the box. I couldn't. They were too large for the opening here, so I had to cut them down shorter so that I could fit them in the opening. So just a minor thing. It's not super big deal, but they're at least in. They're about, so this is 12 foot across, so I went 4 foot in on each side. There should be about a 4 foot gap between them. That's kind of on center-ish stuff. So we're 4 foot in, 4 foot in. There should be a 4 foot gap. I centered it in between, or attempted to center it in between the truss, each truss here kind of. So that's sort of what we're gonna do. So being that there's 4 sections in the main area, I figured I'd leave that section open, being that this first section, being that there's gonna be a dim light there and a dim light here. I didn't feel that it would be necessary to put the canisters there. Plus, I'd put them directly over the bed, and there's zero reason for that. So I put it the second section. We'll leave this section without any lights, and then we'll put in this section, we'll put lights, and that'll work out perfect because this will be where the kitchen is. So basically come directly across. It'll be nice and direct right in the kitchen. You can see what you're doing on your countertop and whatnot. So that should work out perfect. So I'm gonna put the last 3 purlins that are there, put them up over on this end piece here, and then I gotta go through and I'll do my measuring and stuff for the next section. we'll go through and do that. It's currently 11:45. Maybe about 1 o'clock-ish or something, we're going to go take a detour and we're going to go work on that M, see if we can't get that fired up. Today being that about noonish, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock-ish, it's supposed to be the nice 37 degrees that they are talking about for a high for us today. So we'll probably get enough to do the second section here, or the third section I should say, the 3 out of the 4 of the main area, and then we'll detour off and go work on that M. So I'm going to keep plugging away here. I'll give you guys an update when we are about to go work on the M, I guess. Alright, so I think it's starting to get fairly nice and sunny out, so I think we're going to work on the M here. I just pulled the cover off of the governor there. It seemed like when I tried starting it back in December there, it felt like I had no throttle response, and I'm not too sure what that was all about. I pulled it apart, everything seems to, or I pulled the cover off here, everything seems to be loose in there, so I'm not sure exactly what happened, what was going on there, but I gotta go get a rag and wipe off the seat so I don't get wet butt, and then we'll turn on the gas and hook up the battery, connect the negative, see what we got left for battery there, and see what we can get out of it, I guess. Alright, I'm starting to get the nervousness in the old stomach, the old butterflies in the stomach business, so I guess that means something. Let's see, we got lights. We got lights. The battery's hooked up. Turn on the gas. I see stuff floating in the bowl, so it's a good sign. All right. We got the old seat all dried off. I'm a little bit nervous to start this again. Trying. She's cold. Alright, I just wanted to make sure my button works. It's working. Whoop. I think we're out of time a little bit. I'm gonna maybe mess around with that and see what we can find out here. a little stiff. There we go. Tractor lineup's complete again. Well, other than for the cub, that would be in that spot there. But all the internationals. Oh, that's a nice sight to see. It was really bothering me, that thing being up over the hill there. Now Rick has a parking spot back, place to plow snow. We'll let her run out of fuel here and then disconnect the battery, and yeah. I'm happy. I'm very happy. Next step will be to clean up the, I got a new used set of wheel weight bolts we got put on this thing, so next step will be to clean them up and put them on here. And then I got to adjust the pressure relief valve on the hydraulic unit, and then we'll be good to go. But it runs better than it did before the thing broke, so I don't know how that works, but whatever. I won't complain. So there we go. I got a little bit of an oil leak on the front cover. You can see it marks its territory a little bit, so I don't know what the deal is there. I didn't put any gasket sealer on there, so maybe that's my issue. I don't know, but I guess we'll find out. We'll see how bad it leaks and over time, and if we have to tear into it again, I guess we have to tear it into it again. So yay! All right, so now that lunch is done and we've had our little fun with the tractor, we're gonna go through and get back to work on the apartment here. We're gonna try and see what we can't get done with the purlins in the ceiling here. So we got our 2 sections done. We're gonna start working on the third. I'll go through and cut up my boards, start putting stuff together here, and talk to you guys in a minute, I guess. Well, I know you guys are just horribly disappointed, but that's it for the day. I'm calling it quits. Everything's very sore, and it's dark enough out to where I can't see in there really anyways. Even if I turn on the lights, it just doesn't work out very well. So we got quite a bit done. We got all the lighting fixtures in the main area, I'm gonna call it, put up, and all the purlins for that. So it's on to the bathroom and the closet, the 2 sections there yet next, and then whatever comes after that, I guess. So anyways, we're gonna call it a quit. Thanks for watching, you guys, and hopefully we see you back next time.